Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm clearly not at home. If you are caught up on my videos, you watched, and maybe you watched my pack my travel makeup bag with me that was posted last week if you're watching again in real time. I am now in France. I'm at Cannes, and I'm actually at the Cannes Lions Festival, which I didn't know this existed until I was invited by YouTube to come, and they're doing all these incredible activations and all these amazing events. I have a couple of speaking engagements, which I'm really excited about, which are going to be more towards the tail end of my trip, specifically Thursday. If you're watching this in real time, well, I currently in real time, it's Tuesday in France. And yeah, so I'm here with YouTube, super excited. There's so much going on. I'm actually going to turn the camera around so you can see what my view is right now in front of me. Okay, so first of all, here is my handy little makeup station, the bag. I just took my light off, my brushes and some extra overflow stuff. And then this is the view from where I'm staying. You can see it is bustling with people. It is jam-packed. The city is booming with tons of people who've flown in all over the world to go to Cannes Lions Fest. And this is what it looks like so far. So I won't be able to show you, but as you go down this way, there's just tons of activations all along this stretch. So Wall Street Journal is somewhere down here, Amazon, what else is down here? And then on this side, it's a far walk, but down through here, this street, that's where the YouTube activation is. That's where like Spotify is and all these other huge, really fun activations that you could walk through. And there's also Google Beach too. So anyway, that's a little tour of my view. Let's get back into makeup. I don't know why, but I'm someone who finds like vlogging so difficult, so difficult. It seems so easy too, right? You just, pick up your camera and start talking about where you are, film the scenery, film your surroundings. I just am terrible at it. I'm absolutely terrible at it. So bear with me. I'm such a creature of habit that if I'm not inside my normal filming studio or like my bedroom or wherever I film at home, I just can't wrap my head around it. So that's pretty much how I feel right now. This is the bag that I packed. It's the Croc Noir from Etoile. There was a little bit of a powder explosion that happened. Let's just dust this off. But anyway, let's stop dilly-dallying, because I've been dilly-dallying essentially all morning. Also, I felt like my body didn't work when I woke up today, so that was excellent. I felt like I got hit by a train. Mitch and I probably got maybe 3 hours of sleep total on the flight. And I'm saying, and that's being generous, like maybe it was like an hour and 15 here, an hour and 15 there. It just was really difficult to fall asleep on that flight. The initial flight was 10 hours from LA to Paris. CL primer, by the way. And this gives me a nice glow. So just over 10 hours. I think it was like 10 hours and honestly 10 minutes or something like that. We landed in Paris, we had about 45 minutes time frame where we got to jump off the plane, go through security again. Security took a while, and then catch our connecting flight. So the connecting flight was from Paris to Nice. And then from there we took a 55-minute Uber ride, or not Uber ride because they don't have Uber out here, but it was a taxi. It's like a formal taxi. Taxi ride from the airport to Cannes, where we're at right now. And there's so much activity going on down there. It's probably really loud, I'm so sorry. But let me just get primed and ready to go. This is CL primer, and this has the glow to it, and also has SPF 30. The sunscreen that I ended up picking to take with me on this trip was the Cabana Clear from Naked Sundays. It's like a thin gel. Feels really lightweight. I was gonna bring my Paula's Choice because that's typically what I bring on all my trips. But I decided to switch it up because I actually love that Cabana Clear. All right, for foundation and for makeup in general today, I'm just gonna slap on the Dior Forever Skin 2.5N. When we got to the hotel yesterday from the airport, we had roughly, generously, like 35 minutes. Really, it was more like 30 minutes tops to get ready for the first event, which was last night. So I basically came in, I scrubbed my face. My face was covered in grease because I was just reapplying like moisturizer and masks all on the plane. It was a long flight, and I don't typically do skincare on a flight, by the way, like ever. That's just not my thing, just for like sanitary reasons, and I just don't want to, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the right move. But when I'm on a really long flight, that's when I will do my skincare. So just to kind of give you some backstory while I apply this foundation all over my skin, it's gonna take me a minute, so I might as well tell you another story. So when I'm flying domestic, you know, even if it's a 5.5-hour flight, which is like the longest flight domestic for me that I typically take, I arrive to the airport with makeup on. I typically speaking have to hit the ground running. I have to meet people. I'm either working right away or at least very soon after. So I usually fly with makeup on. But when it's an international flight and I need to sleep on a flight, that's a whole different story. So on Sunday when we left our house, our flight was at 2. We left the house at like 11. We wanted to be there really early just in case, because you never know, and it's just like, why risk it? So we leave early, but because of that, like I had some other things I need to do. I had like a video to film. I had quite a bit of things that required me to have like some form of makeup on before I left the house. So I arrived to the airport with makeup on. Ran into one of my friends, Megan Lombardi, incredible LA makeup artist. I'll tag her so you can check her out. She does amazing bridal makeup. So I ran into her at a lounge through Air France. And it was so funny because I was deep in thought. I had like a plate of food, super deep in thought, as I always am. And I walk by and I see this beautiful girl just sitting there. And so that's why I looked over, naturally. So that's why I looked over at her, and she was like, and we stopped and she was like, wait. I was like, what are you doing here? It's like the ultimate like fancy meeting you here type moment. Anyway, she's like the sweetest person on earth and so unbelievably talented. So she's gonna be in Paris doing wedding, doing makeup for a wedding. And so that's why she was traveling. And what are the odds we're on the same flight? Hung Van Gogh, Tan Sculpt, N15. If you have a creamy product like this, like a creamy bronzing product that's very pigmented like this one is, and you want it to go on more sheer, highly recommend you play with your makeup brushes and you switch up the use that you have deemed for each one. So for example, this is a powder brush, but you can use this for creams and like wet products too. I've been known to use this for foundation, skin tints. It's just an all-around good fluffy brush that is going to give you a very like more natural finish because it's more fluffy. So if you want to be more intense, the N18, which is back in stock, by the way, if you're watching again in real time, I'll stop saying that after this, is back in stock. But that one will give you more of like a more intense finish because it's more of a tightly packed brush. So the more you know. If you want your makeup to look more diffused, more soft and natural, the fluffier the brush or the wispier the brush, the better. So I'm gonna use this to, of course, tan my skin, bronze it up, add some warmth, and get like a nice glowy, bronzy look, which will end up matching my body a lot better. See how that goes on so pretty with a fluffy brush? Just gonna blend this into my ear so there's no line of separation. And let's go down to my jaw, chin. I think what I wanted to do is I'm gonna switch my brush to the N20S. Same product, and this is what I've been using to bronze up my nose. And I say bronze up my nose because I'm not trying to contour. I already have a small nose, thanks to surgery a very long time ago. And I'm gonna connect this into the crease of my eye. I wish I had like like a split screen where you could see the view one more time, or just watch the view while I'm doing my makeup, because there's like jet skis going by right now. There's huge yachts. I mean, like probably like $1 billion lot, to be honest, a yacht, not a lot. The person that owns it probably has $1 billion lot as well. But anyway, it's quite an outstanding view, I gotta say. It's like a pinch me moment type view. All right, enough of that chatter. Let's go back to makeup. I know I've been on these two products for the last decade. I promise you, I'm gonna switch it up very soon. So what I did was bring a lot of old faithfuls, a lot of like tried and true products, but then also some new products that I'm loving. This is the NYX Wonder Snatch Concealer. This is so good. When I first tried this, I didn't love, side note, I'm gonna put this on first. I didn't love the way it looked because I didn't love what I used to set it. I used the e.l.f., the Givenchy dupe e.l.f. powder, which is nice, but the combination of that powder with this was not it. So I didn't end up loving the look or the feeling. The feeling felt pretty dry, if I'm being honest. And so anyway, I started using this with different powders to set it, like the Laura Mercier, my tried and true secret brightening powder. And then also I've tried it with the Melt Barely Alive powder. That powder is incredible. Talk about a really great dupe for the original Givenchy. I think that is the best dupe out there, and I don't think they were even trying to dupe it because I think they came out, or they were around at the same time, but I don't know, who knows. Maybe they were, but whatever they were thinking when they were making that product, they absolutely nailed that formula. It's so unbelievably blurring and good. But for this trip, I specifically brought Huda Beauty because when I need makeup to be locked and loaded and like literally not move, this is the powder of choice. Might feel a little dry on dry skin, but as an oily girl who's now in really a hot, humid climate right now, and I'll be walking around all day, this is the way to go. All right, I got like a blush layer going on. I'm gonna now clean up with the Wonder Snatch. Light beige is my preferred color. If you know, I also picked up vanilla. Vanilla is like a very, very brightening highlighter shade. Light beige goes really well with my complexion. And also, I really like the doe foot. Can you tell it's like flat? The way it lines up on your skin is just very user-friendly, very easy. And the formula is nice. It's like creamy, but long-lasting. It definitely, I think, has a smoothing effect and like a blurring effect. It's just a really well-done $9 concealer. So if you're looking for a good affordable one, I would go with this. Okay. Gonna pause for 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. My phone was being blown up, so I had to turn it on Do Not Disturb. Okay, I'm blending this out, but I'm gonna do my rough blend, my baby blend, if you will, where I just roughly blend out the edges, and I'm gonna let the rest sit and chill and dry down. And I wanna talk to you about some other things that if you, again, are caught up and you watch my video that was posted prior to this one, where I packed my makeup bag for this trip, then you know I had a really hard time. I was debating so much between so many products, and I was also really mainly debating on setting spray because in my head, I actually knew that I wanted to pack this new one. Let me show you. That I haven't tried yet, so this is a gamble. But this new one was actually sent to me in PR. It's from Saatchi Beauty. Saatchi is like, I believe they specialize in long-lasting stains, things like that. So I really had this in mind to take on this trip. However, when I was filming that video, that uncut, I had forgotten about like actually committing to it. So after I filmed, I knew I wanted to switch out what I actually had in my makeup bag for setting sprays for this. So what I ended up packing was just this one for my wet one. This is gonna be like the wet binding one. And this one's gonna be the one that seals the deal, shellacs my makeup, locks into place all day. And this also has added SPF 28. It's the one size Until Dawn with the added SPF 28. Oh, it's a tongue twister. So this one, let me show you really quick. Has a really nice light mist to it. In fact, it's wet and it's gonna melt and bind all those liquid products into my skin. So for eye primer, as you know, I brought the NYX Lid Lingerie in beige something. I'll have it linked. Beige Appeal. These are really fantastic. I gotta say, I've been using these, or I've been using this one, I only have one, since I picked it up, which means it's gonna run out very soon because there's a lot of air in this tube. And I just think it looks so smooth. First of all, it's a great like way to blank out your canvas, like your eyes, because it's a nice milky kind of beige. But also it just smooths my eyelids and it does not crease. So really well done, really affordable. No, you don't get a ton of product in it, but at least it's affordable. I have to hop up one more time because I forgot my mirror. Okay, I'm back. Got my mirror. I usually pack like a little tabletop mirror, but I just ran out of so much room. I packed so much clothing, it was excessive. So let me just tap on a little bit of berry. This is the one I packed from CL. Oh, dirty N17. Just gonna tap this in. I did end up packing a ton of CL for this trip because, again, I'm gonna be out and about in the sun, so I just felt like it made the most sense. I already love the brand, obviously. You see me use it all the time, but with all the added SPF that their products contain, it's nice to know that I have some additional sun protection that I'm layering throughout. So berry just on top with Charlotte. Then I also brought Rush, which I'll probably add a little bit on top of as well, but let me actually finish blending out this concealer. So N19, tap this in. For eye makeup, I'm gonna go pretty light, pretty beachy for me, you know. I'll still have eye makeup on, but I'll probably keep it pretty minimalistic. Let's blend this out. Okay, we're looking good. We're getting there. See, for powder, where's my Laura? Let's set the under eyes really quick with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening. Same N19, I'm just gonna dip in. I'll use this primarily under my eyes to set, and then I'll use a touch of the Huda Beauty in my T-zone to like really lock in potential sweat and oil. But the Laura Mercier just under my eyes is like a smoothing filter that doesn't feel dry or cakey throughout the day. So I just really love this one specifically for my under eyes. It's like a very delicate powder, which just matches up really well with the delicate under eye area. Switch and bring it up here a touch. Just a little between the brows. Okay, the rest is gonna be Huda Beauty, I promise you. I'm gonna stick to that plan. Oh, I did bring, I'll probably use this tomorrow. My day tomorrow is a little more chill, so I have some more wiggle room to test out products. I also brought this, and I forgot to mention this too in the Uncut again last week. So I brought Huda Beauty, and what I wanna do tomorrow, hopefully, I'm just gonna write down so I don't forget because there's so much going on. My mind is like scrambled eggs at this point, but I wanna do a side-by-side of the Huda Beauty and then one side with the Natasha Denona High Glam Setting Powder. It's supposed to be a sweat and waterproof blurring powder. I've only tried this one other time prior to this trip, so I really have no thoughts on it, to be honest. I threw it on my face in a rush, didn't pay attention to my skin after that, so it's all a blur. So I'll do this tomorrow. Stay tuned for that video. I'll probably post it in a short form content type video, so you'll see it either here on YouTube Shorts or somewhere else. Huda Beauty powder. Let's grab the backside of an N17. I'm gonna have to cut for a minute, do my hair, and do a little bit of work, so I'll be back in just a few, and I'll save my lip combo and my outfit for the end. And also, I want to mention, I'm gonna insert some videos of what last night looked like, and actually quick story time, because I can't help myself. So last night, the funnest activation I went to that I've ever seen in my life. I'm already blushing and laughing. I'm laughing so hard just picturing what it was yesterday. So YouTube did this really cool thing where it's me and two other YouTube creators. I'll have them linked, by the way, so you can check them out in the description box below. But we did this YouTube drive-through. It's essentially like an activation, right? So all these guests from all over the world, all these other creators, all these brands, CEOs, marketing execs. It's like a big melting pot of creators, YouTubers, marketing people, people from Google, like all over the world. It is such a cool event because like you can talk to anyone who's anyone, and it's just a really fun opportunity to be in the same space as people that you wouldn't probably normally be in the same space with. Clearly me either, so because I'm a makeup artist and a YouTuber. So anyway, I digress a lot. So last night they did a YouTube drive-through, and I knew this was going on. I was asked in advance, of course, to use like my likeliness for this. It's an AI generated drive-through. You sit in a not working Convertible car. There's 2 cars lined up. I'm gonna insert the video right here so you can actually start watching and know what I'm talking about, because I'm doing a terrible job of articulating this right now. Because again, I need more coffee, or an IV of coffee at this point. So the drive-through, you sit in, you select which activation you want to be a part of. So there was one with like fries, and the other one I didn't get to see, so I will have to insert a video of it later on. But mine was, you get a makeover from me, and then you get to walk a red carpet. So you're styled from head to toe, hair, the makeup is done. It's all AI generated, so it's not actually me, but it's like my face essentially. So Mitch and I got to go to this activation. When I tell you, my face actually physically hurt from smiling as much as I was smiling from ear to ear. It was the funniest and most just lighthearted, fun thing I ever got to experience. I had the biggest smile on my face ever. I could not stop laughing. The way they did it too was just, it's so well done. Again, you'll see it on the screen, or you will have seen it on the screen. It was just such a blast. Like, I could not stop laughing. And Mitch looked like Zoolander. He took over. He took it over. Like, I looked cool for sure. Like, I felt very confident with this AI makeover version of me, but Mitch took it to a whole new level. He was straight out of Zoolander. He was Derek Zoolander. There it is. All of a sudden, I was gonna pass out. I was laughing so hard. And the whole time too, YouTube is taking photos and stuff. So I'm sure there's some wicked photos of me laughing out there, which I won't want to see. But anyway, I'll be right back. I need to go pick up my clothes and do my hair, and I'll do my lip combo with you guys. Okay, I'm back. Hair's blown out. Extensions are added. Wave is put in. Necklaces are on. This took me about 10 minutes. I'm not even joking. More bracelets are on. This is my hat. I'm gonna wear a hat because it's so sunny outside, and I just feel like, well, this is like the time for me to wear a straw cowboy-ish looking hat. So this got absolutely obliterated in my luggage, so it's gonna take me a minute to actually fix this and de-wonkify it. You know? Here's Mitch. Sunscreen. Mojave Ghost. Okay, last thing that I promised. Lip combo. It's gonna be complicated. It's gonna go in my jelly purse to go with me. And let's do this real quick. 103 Kiss Shaper from YSL. These are really long lasting. And essentially, once I leave this hotel room, I'm not coming back until way late, way after dinner. So I'll bring this entire combo with me, plus a Dior blotting powder for shine. So this goes in the bag. Tiny base layer. I promise this will all make sense, of the Dior Forever Nude. I say base layer because it's a liquid, so it's gonna stay through everything. Let that dry down. Touch of Sosite. This for like happy color. This one I don't think I'll take with me. And then I'm gonna top it with a teeny bit of Tower 28. This is a new gloss I got. It's in the shade Bittersweet. These are very plumping. Only wearing gloss because I have a hat on, so it's gonna help prevent my hair from sticking to my face all day long. This is my outfit. I'm ready to go. Thank you so much for watching this uncut and getting ready with me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.